If I asked you why the FNAF fandom is in shackles right now, what would you say? Maybe it's because of a few games that didn't stick the landing? Maybe some books were confusing? Or maybe the lore has just been misunderstood? While all these answers are true in their own regards, the main reason why we face so many of our issues is because people are just simply not open to new ideas anymore. I'll give you a good example. Also, bear with me, y'all. I just came back like 20 minutes ago. My throat is a bit dry. Just hang in there. In Ultimate Costume Night, where the Chica says the following line. And this is where most people go to when saying that Susie was the first dead, at least in the MCI. The problem with saying this is that where this line comes from is UCN. UCN comprises of only 3 spirits, William, Cassidy, and Old Man Consequences. The problem with this is that without Susie being the one saying that she is the first, because her spirit won't be there, we can no longer say that Susie was the first in something. We have to say that Wither Chica was the first in something. When we put it like that, there are a lot of different meanings that can come out of that voice line. For example, we have theorized that Henry made Chica, and since Henry was also the first person to make any working animatronic, Wither Chica can be a good candidate for the first animatronic, thus saying that she was the first and has seen everything. In Help Wanted 2, the graves, being the order in which her children die, has only one piece of evidence, that being that Susie is the first. Without our UCN connection, we are a lot freer to give alternative answers. There was a theory that stated that putting the graves in the opposite order gives us a better sequence of deaths. That theory was shunned because Chica was the last in that sequence. Since we are not focusing on Chica being the first, there's so much more we can make out of this. In fact, going back to my first theory, where I said that Wither Chica could be the first animatronic, we can also think of the Help Wanted 2 graves as being the order of animatronics now, because then you'd end up with Chica being made first, Foxy being made next as the animatronics, Bonnie, Freddy, Golden Freddy, who would only be Golden Freddy after the Bite of 83 happens because Fredbear goes and all of that, and then you end up with the puppet being the last. That's also an idea that could make clear sense, but was just taken away because the audience didn't really see that as a current idea because of Susie. And with that, I need to make it clear that Susie could very well still be the first. This video is just the wake-up call to fans who increasingly shun theories just for twisting something which they believe to be 100% true. The reason behind this is simple. FNAF is a franchise that does not give us any answers, and if there are any, you could be damn sure that there's double the questions. Most people just stick to one idea that they have found evidence for, and that's because sometimes it's better to keep sticking and be wrong than to find a dozen pathways and end up confused. Thanks for watching, y'all. Really appreciate it.